Stuart,
Yeah,
would you speak about opening more deeply and letting go more deeply?
general topics of my conversations. Look, I've said it once, I'll say it for the hundredth time, okay? Your opening inside depends entirely upon how deep you need to open. And frankly, there is no limitation to the amount of openness that can exist in a human being. Because what you're opening to is not a job, it's not a relationship, it's not a house or this or that. It's nothing material. You're opening to infinite energy in the universe, to that which is creating all of existence. And the deeper your need goes, the more you'll be able to open to. But nobody's perfect, and we all have blocks, and we have tensions inside ourselves, and we have to accept that. And we have to say to ourselves, "This is what I've got to work with. I have to get past me." And the deeper the effort I make, incrementally, I don't mean going from A to Z in one gulp, but incrementally, the deeper the effort one makes, you understand, the more they're going to be in touch with that infinite energy in the universe. Need determines how deep you will go. A lot of people do this work. They're lonely, they need a relationship, they need to make money, they need all kinds of material things on a horizontal plane. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is once they attain those things, they often find a million reasons why they won't go on. Understand they're full, they're satiated with material existence. So the need doesn't go deep enough, you know, to draw one closer and closer to God, higher energy, whatever one wants to call that. And the only person you got to check yourself out. What do I really want? What do I really, really want in life? And you'll come up with an answer. The answer is to have a spiritual life. And there's no limit to the amount of surrender, depth, the work you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice, what you're willing to overcome inside yourself. And the incredible thing is, once we get free of ourselves, you know, life begins to have some clarity. The problem isn't the objective world. The problem exists inside each and every human being. Everybody's a master at blaming the objective world. It's my marriage, it's my this, my that, the job, I'm not making enough money, et cetera, et cetera. And all of that stuff becomes a limitation because we are masters at knowing how to blame the external world for the fact that we're not going deep enough to unclog ourselves, to first of all allow these objective things to take place and to manifest, and then the spiritual. Because frankly, when you begin to truly tap all this subjective stuff, the first thing that comes back is it's not making me any happier. I mean, when I was younger, I had no money. I used to, frankly, there was a time I lived on the streets. It was kind of an exotic street. It was right by the Seine in Paris, but I had no money, you know. But, as things began to change and I started making money and then eventually made a bunch of money, I began to realize none of this is making me any happier. It's filling my ego, it's giving me a sense of more importance. but it doesn't truly get to a place where there's really profound inner joy and happiness. Because the need doesn't take us to spirit, it takes us to a horizontal plane, and all things horizontal, they come, they go, they're transient, one minute it's good, the next minute it's not so good. So, the answer to your question, Pat, is very simple. How deeply do you need to grow? And what are you willing to do to make that need palpable as part of your karma, part of your life? Or my need only goes as far to where life begins to disturb me. And if you need to get to God, life will disturb you all the time. Only because you've got to get past yourself. And if you don't work to get past yourself, it can be pretty disturbing. And the fact is that there is no limitation. You understand? We have to work literally for the rest of our lives, to keep opening to that higher force of energy in the universe and not allowing all these blocks and tensions to dam up the stream of consciousness within us. And a lot of people don't like to hear this. You mean I got to do this the rest of my life? Maybe not necessarily this, but you got to do something the rest of your life in order to consciously work past all of the blocks and tensions that manifest inside a human being. I do this, frankly, because, my God, I remember what I was like 10 minutes before I met Rudy. I'll never forget it. And how profoundly doing deep meditation has changed my life. And I'm not trying to sell what I do. I'm just trying to tell you what I was like when I was 25 years old. God forbid I should ever return to that. And what made it change was the need to be with God. And that brought into my life every stupid piece of karma that I had to work through, money and marriages and every kind of relationships and people and endless. That was part of the river of surrender that had to be let go of. And I had to know what I had to let go of. And karma brings it. And if you want to get to God, everything you need to surrender will come to you. And instead of complaining about it, then you say, okay, this is what I got to work past in myself. And I think that's wonderful because it really turns, one second, it really turns life into an adventure. A multifaceted adventure, to be sure of it. And there's nothing negative. What do I need to learn now to let go of? That's what we call negative. Oh my God, it's a pain in the ass. I don't like it. Why do I have to go through that? No, this is what I have to learn now in order to get to God, a spiritual life. How do I get free of this? Well, if the need is deep enough, that's how you get free of it. You tap that source of energy, it frees you of
Mm.
all these obstructions. I hope when this is not easy stuff, and I guess I don't even want to make it easy, because it's not. We are difficult people. We really are. And we have to get in that boat and go downstream and navigate all the white water stuff in order to get to where there's a little peace and calm. But when that peace and calm comes, one experiences gratitude like nothing else can, instill gratitude in us, an open heart. Good question, Pat. Although I've answered it 100,000 times, it always seems to come out different. I get the same question.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have a question?
I have a question, Stuart. Chris,
Yes.
thank you so much. We've got this big drama going on with Stefan about to go into major surgery, and I've been working very hard to be loving and serving and detached. And boy, what you just said is the way to get through it. And thank you.
Yeah, and also it's another test, Chris.
Yeah,
You drew this to yourself for a reason, and now you got to work through it and make it help you get closer to God, what you're going through. It's another test.
yeah,
He's certainly worth it. He's a wonderful man, and I love him very deeply, you know. But getting back to you, this is not an easy test, and it's one that'll make you grow exponentially, Chris.
good.
You got to get past it, and you got to get to where you're completely calm inside and at peace with yourself, you know,
Yeah,
and really do an enormous amount to help. But you're calmer, you know.
yeah.
Can't fight your karma. Losing battle.
Thank you.
Learn from your karma and grow because of it, but don't fight it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question? Okay. Thank you. God bless you. Be another chapter in another book. This talk. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
There'll be a class on, there's a class this evening. Jennifer will be teaching. And then there's another class Sunday and Sunday evening when Pat Fay is teaching. So
Mm,
you got a variety of teachers to choose from now. So,
thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Stuart.
you.
God bless you too.
right.
Thank you.
Mhm.